Alright, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of BurnDown. That's right, I'm changing the intro because Apple is giving everybody crap for being YouTubers and saying what is up. So we're going to try to stop doing that because I guess everybody else and their brother and sister do it. So that's going to be my new intro. We're going to try to practice that one. But until then, let's get rolling. Anyways, working on the Maliboom today. Today's an exciting day. Actually, I'm not super excited because it's labor intense, and as you can see, it's just me. But we're gonna try to stuff an engine back in the Maliboom. The big factor that I have is I can't move it because I'm by myself, and by the time I put all the effort in to try to put this thing on the cement to make life easy, the weekend will be over and we'll have to put it back where it is. So I figured, well, we'll just be miserable and we'll roll around the dirt and we'll just put the engine in where the car is and save the effort of trying to move it all around, considering I'm home here by myself. So anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the 6.2 liter that we got chilling. I long blocked it. We went over this whole deal. You can look back at videos if you're new to the channel. The only thing I have left, we'll stuff the balancer on, and then that will basically put this thing together as far as we're going to take it before we stuff it in the car. So let me throw the balancer on. We'll kind of move all this junk. I've got junk that piles up. You guys probably have junk that piles up, so we'll make room so we can work here. Maybe get like the table going so I can have my tools and things on it. We'll take the hood off. We'll get this thing ready to rock and roll, and that is it. So I think that guy's just trying to ruin my video, huh? Anyway, let's get rolling on this thing. Let's stuff this motor in. I'm excited. I'm just not excited to do all the hard labor. Oh, and we'll get the converter. I got a converter from Ryan Jans that we spec for the car. That is a monster of a converter. So we'll get to slide that in today too. Roll around in the gravel. Man, I'm excited. But I can't complain too much because, as you can tell, I'm in a short sleeve t-shirt. It's a beautiful day. And there's pretty much everybody else is snowed in, hunkered down, and freezing their faces off. So I'm gonna quit whining. I'm gonna get after you. Let's do this. I already got my cherry picker out, and because this thing's going away, this is a little fun fact. I have the fastest cherry picker on the West Coast. That is because it is signed by Mr. Jack Beckman, and we clear coated it. He signed it, but yeah, it looks like it's kind of going away. So maybe we'll have to get him over here and we can get him on the show. Have him re-sign my cherry picker again. But all right, game on. All right, I went and dug out my torque converter. This is a Florida torque converter, spec by Ryan Jans, and we are gonna slide this bad boy in. I'll pour a little bit of ATF in it, and then I'm going with the type F for now because I have a bunch on the counter. But he was telling me to run, it was John Deere High Guard, basically like tractor hydraulic fluid with a splash of this for color. So we will do that, but for now I want to put it together with this, and then I'll swap it all out later because my transmission is full and it was pretty well fresh fluid. So this is what we have in the transmission. We'll throw some sauce in here, drop this in, and then we will move on to, I got to put the flex plate on here, put it on the hoist, and then hopefully figure out how to shimmy it in. And then I threw a couple boards down, so hopefully the cherry picker is friendly. Got to get my mounts and stuff situated as well, so we'll keep on rolling. All right, we got it in. A little bit of a struggle. You always have to get them seated, and then it has to go into the pump. Nice fit. And then the interesting thing with this, because it has a mechanical diode, when you spin it, if you spin it enough in a certain direction, you can hear it clicking, click, 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 because the diode, it's kind of like a freewheel on a bicycle for the most part, but obviously, you know, a lot beefier to hold the horsepower. So that is awesome. So that boy is in, and then we'll put the flex plate on here, maybe throw a chain around and get the stand out of the way, and then button up any little stuff I see, and then we'll send her on home, boys. All right, here we go. We got it hooked up. This is the part where we take it off the engine stand. And if I wouldn't get a copyright strike, we'd be playing that one song. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. When everything's like in slow motion. Dun, 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 dun. And then they win. Yay! Okay, dun 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 dun. Okay, that's enough of that. I just thought that was appropriate. Started to get this to where I was gonna start trying to stuff her in, right? So for some odd reason, I was looking at the converter and I'm like, you know what, let me just measure the distance on those to make sure that they're gonna land where these holes are. Well, turns out they don't. So I'm glad that I looked, but now we gotta zip this off. And then I have, so on that one, distance from one hole to another is 10. So on this one, the distance from here to there is 9.5. So I looked in the back and I have an actual like 6-liter flat flywheel. And then this guy has the hole from here to there that is a 10-inch spacing. So what I'm hoping I can do is take that one off, line these guys up and figure out how to make something work so I can drill it. Obviously it has to be in the right spot. I guess technically we can be close, we can make them a little larger if we have to, but I really don't want to screw up my other flex plate. So I'm hoping, so see how this pokes through, that maybe we can align these guys somehow and hold it steady while I mark it and drill holes in my other flex plate. So glad I found that. Double check on yours if it's a new fresh build. Like I said, it's a brand new converter. My old converter fit the flywheel that I have, but it is what it is. And then this one is an SFI, so that's why I need to use this one. So otherwise I'd just throw, I guess I can't throw that turkey in because of spacing as well. So pretty well screwed all the way around, I think. So let me pull this off, see what we can do. All right, so there we go. That's my SFI flex plate. We punched new holes in it. Hopefully crisis is averted. Although it's really funny, when I was drilling it, I was looking at the welds, and there are all kinds of bubbles in there and there. Jeez, man. It's a good thing I paid for that SFI stamp on there, considering those welds are magic. I got it in. It was actually, everything was good to go, and I realized, so that side has a pin and then this side does not have a locator pin. And I've gotten this far for me to realize that and only be that far. I contemplated sliding bolts in, but I feel like those pins, those will hold a lot of stress, right? And it'll keep stuff from moving. So I had one on a block in the backyard, so we're gonna see if I can smack that one in and drive it in, and then we'll have both locator pins, and then we'll slide it back home, hopefully one last time. All right, ta-da! Here we go. We landed this thing. It's like I said earlier, I didn't know if those are correct, and they weren't. I had the solid mounts in. They put in a little bit different position. We put these in wrong, but all in all, that's what happens when you don't do this for months at a time and you collect parts and do a bunch of other things. Also, to make a note for anybody interested, so this is the generic pan. It's not the Holly pan. It is a tad bit larger than the Holly pan, or it just droops down a little bit more. It's barely touching this. It's not sitting on there holding it up or nothing, but it's barely touching. And then this little chingadera in there barely clears too, that little lug. I don't think they have that on the iron block down there. We'll just keep an eye on it. I think that'll self-clearance. We'll be all right. This thing's thick enough. My other one was all rubbed on over here anyway, so it is what it is. But our drain worked out good. So I got a sweet oil drain right there for the turbo that sits up over here. This thing is in place. I am tired. pretty much a fiasco. But now that this thing is in here, obviously I can get it in and out. But again, with the converter shenanigans, upside down mounts, trying to do the other ones, yeah, you guys know how it goes. Oh, there I am. You guys know exactly how it goes. It's always unexpected, and it's supposed to be simple. Sometimes it takes a lot longer than it should. I do not have the converter pulled tight and bolted through yet. I've had a lot of disappointment today, so we don't need any more disappointment today. I'm gonna clean up, call it a day. I'm actually tired. I'm gonna go relax a little bit. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll suck the converter bolts up tight, and then we'll make a note, get a plan of where we're going, what we're doing next. I think intake manifold, that fun stuff, because we got a brand new cold side. We gotta modify the hot side, put exhaust on. Speaking of which, I'll share this with you. Cherry Bomb Pro, boom. This thing's like less than 30 bucks, so we're gonna try that. I saw it on Engine Master. Supposedly it made decent power and the decibel level wasn't insane. If it is, we'll just either split it and go to 2, or I'll probably put a resonator or like a small glass pack before that or something, but we'll see. We'll try it like that. We'll drive around. If it drives me nuts, we'll add mufflers accordingly, so that way on Rocky Mountain Race Week, when we're driving, John and I can talk, not rattle our brains out, and actually try to enjoy ourselves on the trip. So you guys know what to do. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys all for the support. This is a huge milestone. Hopefully we can start rolling, making some steam, making some progress. The rest of the stuff isn't so bad. I can kind of do it by myself. Putting a motor in by yourself, kind of, it's not really the most fun thing in the world, especially when you're stuck with boards. I thought the freaking cherry picker was going to fall over at one point, so I was like, oh, this is going to be great to have on video. But we lucked out. It worked out. Until next time, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.